Well, anyways, since we don't have anything else to read, guys, shall we move on to character names and, Vegina? Okay, let's go back to the beginning here.
I once heard of a mother who named her daughter V-A-G-E-N-A. Vagina. Think about all the trouble that poor girl faced in school. So names are important in real life, and they are important in fiction as well. In the movie Meet the Fockers, Ben Stiller is named Gaylord Focker.
Wait. So your name's Gay Focker?
The writers must have had a good time coming up with that one. Starting with more obvious ones, and then toward the end of this video, I'll get to more unusual and surprising ones. 1. Pick a one-word name.
One-word name.
Musicians have known for a long time that a single name could be more memorable than a full name. Adele, Drake, Usher, Pink. And writers use this technique too. Here are some of my favorites. Think about 11 from Stranger Things, or 4 in Divergent. In Clockwork Orange, there's a character named Dim. Not only is it a single word, it also describes him admirably. Spock from Star Trek supposedly had a last name, but the audience never learned it because he said it was too difficult for humans to pronounce. Think about how weird it would sound, like Spock Smith or something. Like, no, he's just Spock. 2. Go wild. Thomas Pynchon is the captain of crazy names. Just look at the ones in Inherent Vice. Lieutenant Detective Christian F. Bigfoot Bjornson, Puck Beaverton, Sortilege, Doc Sportello, Japonica Fenway. I mean, that is some wild stuff in there. He really used up all his creativity energy coming up with names in that book. And David Foster Wallace is no slouch when it comes to generating creative names either. Hal Incandenza. I love the combination of a very short, simple first name with this complex, creative second name. And we should also include Don DeLillo's best contribution for this category, Bucky Wonderlick. 3. Make the name match. Let's take a look at the way J.K. Rowling names characters and how those names reflect the personality of their owner. Draco Malfoy. It is such a nefarious, evil-sounding name. Draco is the Latin word for dragon, and mal meaning bad or malfeasance. Luna Lovegood, such a sweetheart. And alliterative to boot with those lovely L's. But Luna, meaning lunar or moon, also lets you know she's a little bit wacky. Voldemort. Yeah, pretty much the incarnation of evil sounding. Mort meaning death, and mold sounding like mold. And Charles Dickens leads the league in this type of wordplay. Murdstone. He's an abusive stepfather, and with a name like that, there's zero chance he could be a hero. Striver. With a name like that, could you imagine he's anything other than a hard worker? Slime. You get 2 guesses whether this is a villain, but you're only going to need 1. 4. Repeat names. One of the best names of all time is Major in Catch-22 by Joseph Heller. That's right, 4 majors in a row. It is an ongoing gag, and it makes me laugh every single time I read it. And who could forget Humbert in Nabokov's Lolita? The repetition of his name makes him laughable, an object of mockery for the reader. There's also Jar Jar Binks, Richie Rich, Rin Tin Tin, Woody Woodpecker. And there's plenty of examples in real life too. Think about Honey Boo Boo, which is such a better name than Honey Boo. Flavor Flav would be another off-the-wall example. Or good old Marky Mark. 5. Consider using your name. Why not give a character in your book your full name? Or just your middle name? Or maybe a name that has the same initials as you. It offers this lovely...
Technically, my character's name is my old username, Bluelore, in the language that I created. So it's Husai Sudi. Husai is blue, and Sudi is lore. So my character's name is just blue.
Metafictional dimension? Or are you just saying that the character has something in common with you? Are you subverting the divide between fiction and nonfiction? Or are you just messing with the reader? For instance, in Jonathan Safran's Foer novel, Everything is Illuminated, the main character is named Jonathan Safran Foer. And in Michel Houellebecq's novel Platform, he kills off a character called Michel Houellebecq. 6. Make an anagram. Pick something that your character represents, like narcissistic or travel king. Then ask AI to...
Writers are like gay men. They have to be the extra.
A bunch of anagrams based on that phrase or word. For instance, narcissistic comes out to Cassius Trincy. When you get rich and famous and people ask you about the character, you'll have this very clever explanation in your back pocket that you can trot out for people in the know. 7. Add a prefix or a suffix. Simply adding a prefix to one of your character's names is a great way to spice up an otherwise boring name. Let's use my name as an example. Lieutenant John Fox, Sir John Fox, Dr. John Fox, Coach John Fox. I actually am a soccer coach. Officer John Fox, Reverend John Fox. Or do the opposite and choose a suffix. John Matthew Fox III, yes. John Fox Jr., John Fox, PhD. 8. Use alliteration. I put an exclamation point there because it is a command. Because you need an imperative to get your creative juices flowing. Alliteration is so obvious and not a lot of people consider it when creating good names.
Fucking ads. Usually what I do is I take a name and then I just kind of fuck that name up in some way. But there's also, like, I know it's kind of confusing, but it's the Viceroy. Because there's the Viceroy who just got appointed as Viceroy, but there's also the Viceroy who just stepped down. But it's because Husai knows that he knows that character as the Viceroy. The other, he only knows the other guy as the Viceroy's son. So it's like, that's kind of how it's presented with the Viceroy. And that's why Husai still calls him the Viceroy, even though he's no longer the Viceroy, and that's made very clear by the fact that he's leaving the tree now. So this is where I'm like, do I get him to say, hey, you know, should I just call you something else? And then he's like, because he can't reveal his actual name, which I'm not sure which one it's Matthew or Victor, but it's like an old school actual, like, real name to show, like, how fucked up the name. And that's kind of the thing I wanted to do, is to have the Viceroy and the Monarch have, like, really kind of natural names. So it's like, in this world of fantasy, natural names in our world sound really fucked up. So they're Matthew and Victor. Which are just, like, basic names in a world of, like, Varius and Husai and Hildebrandt and Walker and Yap and Friviska, Avillard, Destura. Have him calling him the Viceroy. And I could even have, like, other characters, like, correcting him. And him just being like, it's just how I know him! And it's like, they're obviously going to have a negative opinion of the current Viceroy, because the current Viceroy is what basically caused them to leave the tree because of the riot. To be like, okay, well, let's just go evaluate what the Venturer world is really like and what the Beastmen are like, and we're going to come back with a full review. We're going to present it to the council, and we're going to be like, look, there's no fucking Beastmen war. Do whatever the fuck you want. Stop freaking the fuck out. That's their plan. Oh shit, Hellish Mist! How's it going, bro? It's been forever! How are you, good sir? Welcome, welcome. Hello, everyone! Welcome in! It has been forever, good sir. Welcome back. So how's the writing going, Hellish? How is the stream? And welcome everyone, I'm Intoxication. Echo, because I came in with the raid. Love, nice, Sean. Love it. Love to see it, man. Fuck yeah. Let's go, guys. Might not gotten back to the writing. Yeah, this whole week has been fucked up. It's been StarCraft. My friend came out from, like, BC, so I was, like, hanging out with her, getting drunk every night. So the last week has been... But, hey, it is what it is, right? We take days off. Not from streaming, but sometimes from writing. But yeah, I'm Intoxication, and are you a writer, a reader, a purveyor of stories, ideas, and creativity? Do you enjoy partaking in the world of words? Today, we are talking about naming conventions and how to name your characters with, like, appropriate sounding slash, you know, meaningful names.
Wonder Woman, Green Goblin, Willy Wonka, and you get bonus points if you can come up with 3 alliterative words. I only know one, and it's from The Never-Ending Story. Bastian Balthazar Bucks. BBB. 9. Give a long name. Why stop at 1 name or 2, you underachiever? Go for 4. Go for 5. And if you can add on a prefix or a suffix, hey, that's just bonus points. Do you remember Dumbledore's full name?
Really, really, really long names on people that don't really, really matter, but it's like, Oten the Knight! I always do simple names. Like, my main go-to names, like, Husai, Varius, Fervisca, Destura, Avalard, and... Can remember the last one. It's like Seranus or something like that. Mostly cowboy ones like John McCall for one character I made. That's a good name, actually. Damn, that's a good name. What's the name of the character? Hayajiv? 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 I think the weirdest character name in an actual short story was probably Jervik. Jervik Helsing. How does that sound, guys?
Jervik Helsing.
That's a damn good name. Have a good night. Gotta go to sleep. Gotta work tomorrow. Alright, Hellish, have a good night, good sir. Thanks for stopping by. Thanks for the raid, man. I get 2 months off in, 7 days. September and October. So, I'll be streaming earlier if you look at the pinned message at the top. And I will be around a lot more. We'll be writing a lot more. Fuck yeah. 2-month hiatus. It's gonna be epic. And then we'll go back for the
Jervik
holidays.
suffered multiple gunshot wounds.
He actually went through a Stargate that, kinda, yeah, we don't know where he wound up. But it's the end of humanity. Did you go back to working at Walmart? Well, I took, like, some time off for, like, to hang out with my friend. But, like, I have, like, 3 days left and then I'm off. The 27th is my last day. And then... no, the 26th is my last day. And then don't go back until November. So, yeah.
Albus, Percival, Wulfric, Brian, Dumbledore. Out of those 5, Brian really doesn't fit, does it? In Raymond Queneau's The Blue Flowers, there is a character named Joaquin Olind Anaste Krepenin Honorat Arini Mederic, and whose initials spell out that first name. Clever, huh? Charles Williams, who was a writer along with C.S. Lewis.
Thought you
Helsing.
quit because they didn't period the time off. Yes, and the 27th is
Jervik
my
was
last time
prevented
off.
from
But it's
fully
like just
crossing
a
the Stargate and
technical
was bisected
thing,
when
right?
the
I'm gonna
gate
come back
closed.
for the holidays. It just have to be like, you know, they technically just have to fire me. It's bullshit. Randy Helsing. Helsinger. Race. You're done, nice, Sean.
Warren Heaven. Aubrey, Duncan, Peregrine, Mary, de Listel, de Estrange. And
What about, I don't know if that's how you do that, but I'm going to see if this works. I'm just going to type it out.
Commander Atreon Humphrey Tangier Sr.
Tangier! I like the name Atreon, though. It's like a Latreon. Or Atreon. Blessed needs to write now. He's over 100% talent today. Nice! Let's go, Blessed! What am I? 114! Let's go! Scotty is debit card pin. Scotty's debit card pin. That's a good one, Blessed. I should do that.
that's not even counting the title, which was Duke of the North Ridings, Marquess of Craig Mullin Plessing, Count of the Holy Roman Empire, Knight of the Cape and Sword, and several other ridiculous fantasies. But for names this long, I would recommend using them only once and then shortening it to
1545, light
10.
jazz.
Reverse the first and last name. I was just reading Doug Warhol's Thin Blue Smoke, and there's a character named Ferguson. This little girl asked him, is that your last name or your first name? His first, oddly enough. His full name is Ferguson Glenn. Normally you would think it'd be Glenn Ferguson. It's just this great reversal which makes his name very memorable. So once you come up with a good name, consider reversing the names. 11, hyphenate the name. A hyphenated name can tell you a lot about a character. It could tell you that they're married and wanting to make a compromise between keeping their old last name and adopting the husband's new name. Or a hyphenated name can tell you that this person is of a certain class and economic level. Plus,
Not
a
a real
hyphenated name
station
looks
as
very
far as I
different
know.
on the page than other names, so it makes it easier for the reader to distinguish that
Hey,
character from other
Muffin!
characters.
What's up? How's it going, brother? Are you streaming, Muffin? I haven't seen you on. Or I'm just retarded. I'm probably retarded, right? Or did you say you were taking a break? Nope. Just not streaming? What you think of Jackie Roscoe? I like that. That's a good one. That sounds like an anti-villain kind of character. Like they're not good, but they're not bad, but they're willing to cross the line. New Girl TV show character Winston has pet cat Ferguson, which he loves. Haven't streamed in a bit. Damn, Muffin! Sean, I say this every time I come to the stream. How the heck can you be so cute when you're a muffin? Hi, Blessed.
There's also this tricky thing you can do where a hyphenated name is symbolic of a divided personality. That's a little extra tidbit for you advanced.
Well, that's kind of like Husai, because it's Husai Sudi. It's technically one word, but they just call him Husai. Sean and Muffin are confusing me with the colors. Oh, don't worry, Book. I know. I see in colors, too. And we had like 4 people in here that all had the same color, and I was like, oh my god! The colors! I do not! I only vary my comment to cover both Cute and Muffin.
Writers. 12.
No, Book. Don't prove
Avoid
Scotty's
proper
point.
names. And Jose
Wait,
Saramago.
what did he say?
Little extra tidbit for you advanced writers. 12.
Avoid proper names. Should be able to assign colors.
Avoid proper names.
You can assign colors, Blessed. It's random until you choose it. And then when you choose it, it changes, even in the all chat. But it'll be different in the all chat or not. It's TM for... No, TM is for Trackmania. It's totally fair to comment on the lameness of my dad jokiness.
In Jose Saramago's Blindness, he doesn't give anyone proper names, he just calls them by their profession. The doctor, the doctor's wife, woman with dark glasses, man with black eye patch. It gives the whole novel a sense of a fable and also makes them stand-ins for the rest of humanity. Plus, those are pretty cool character names. And here are a couple more examples of non-name names from television and elsewhere. The Doctor from Doctor Who, the cigarette-smoking man from X-Files, the Time Traveler from The Time Machine by H.G. Wells. Particularly in The Cigarette Man and The X-Files, not giving him a name creates this aura of mystery around him, like you don't even know this man's name. Enjoy naming your characters and don't forget to subscribe and like.
True.